Mirage on deck between Atk and EG, and Atk pulling off the last map with aplomb. Yeah, a little bit of run back there from EG, but let's be real. We all know who's in control of that whole dang game. And they're looking to start it off strong here with a quick A take. 3 players here in reserve, ready to fight from the Evil Genius's side. They look to make Mirage a little more interesting, but Walco cannot get the party started, and nor will Hex. Their invites lost in the mail, the bomb going down. And George and Rush following it shortly.
Very solid on the pistol rounds so far, Atk. Winning, well, oh, okay, hold on. I was going to say 3 in a row, but Junior gets a couple of headshots on EG.MisteM and Bodum. There's a kit down. Yes, there's a kit available for him. So Junior's going to walk in. And no one's home. I mean, DJ's playing pretty far away. So is Rex. So Junior's going to try and tap their heads. He's got a chance to pull this one off, but time is ticking away. Needs to hit the headshots fast, and no, he won't have time. And he's dead. Nice attempt,
well played. Really well played from DJ and Rex. They didn't give him anything, right? They knew they had sightline under the bomb. They knew he had nothing to cover that off, so they just played for the tap.
It was really nice. Nice attempt from Junior, but better defense from Atk. Even though they went for a long-distance fight, it was the right choice, given that they had the bomb planted, they had the time, they could just go behind cover if Junior seemed to have an advantage, and they did exactly that. Ended up fragging him as well. So, Atk do indeed win their 3rd pistol in a row. Junior's back to that scout. Oh, we saw the player right before the smoke bloomed in his vision, but he could not connect on the shot. And now Atk have control of mid. EG are like, okay, well, that's fine. We're going to stack the B side anyway. And only 1 player onto A. That is George with the 5-7.
Seen this a few times from EG. Going for the hefty stacks in the 4 spy rounds. Trying to maximize it. Likely if this turns into an A take, they just abandon and say GG, go next. Unless George gets spicy. But they're going up con. This is the read EG are hoping for. 1-for-1 trade there is actually going to funnel them further in towards B. Now they've seen the scout. Do they hit the pause button? No. Oh, completely exposed to Hex. That was the bomb spot, and he's going to get 2. It's a disaster. DJ trying to chase, but they're all over him. There's no getting away. He stumbled straight into the trap. That is exactly as EG drew that round up.
I don't know why Atk were in such a hurry. I don't understand it. You obviously know your opponents have pistols. You get that frag and connector. As soon as they get the frag, almost while they're getting it, they're rotating towards the B side immediately. They didn't have to. Wait, see what's going on. Go look into con, see if there's more contact there. Instead, with 54 seconds left on the clock, I think actually more than a minute at that point, they go towards the B side very quickly, walk right into the spider's web, and Evil Genius's strike, sinking their teeth right into them. George, going to get the opener here onto Rec. That's perhaps the round that EG needed to get things going early on here on Mirage. But no, Swisher and MisteM get a couple of Deagle frags 3v3, and this one is now in doubt.
Way to start this. A walk through smoke, ambitious for MisteM. Tried to catch them off guard, tried to find the gap. I mean, there's still a possibility here, right? Hex is very isolated. Walco's maybe shifting to address that, but in the meantime, if a ripper of a headshot is hit, things could get interesting. No flashbang. They're trying to run contact, and there goes the flash. I don't think it covers off Hex at all. He will not get dropped. Oh, no. DJ could not connect, even with a reloading player on the other side. A bit unfortunate there for Atk, but even so, likely would have just been a bit of a delay in the round.
Still a little more expensive than EG would have liked, right? A couple of players go down, and they're going to have to reinvest here, but it's not too bad.
It's a 4 spy. They're happy to get out of that with 3 alive.
Yeah, for sure. And Atk don't have anything into this round, so yeah. Aside from a Deagle, that's all they're purchasing. $700 is the investment for the Atk side.
You know, we talk about the War Trophy buy. It's usually with AKs, but there are 3 players rocking T-side weaponry over for this EG side. It's 2 MAC-10s and a Galil.
Yeah.
So, a bit of a salvage operation they're running. First op kill top mid. Clean up with the MAC-10. Second as well. Rush making himself some nice pocket change. Raising his allowance just to touch. Junior. I think he may have given an audio cue over with these awkward hops. Indeed, they were ready for it.
Yeah. Just that ragdoll. Good shot from Junior. Bowden, last one standing.
Did you get a bomb plant?
Could have a plant here. I think Evil Genius are realizing it. Yeah, they're closing the gap very quickly. He won't get a plant, or at least won't get it for free. He's going to have to win a fight against Walco. And he won't. Walco takes him down, and that will be a third in a row for the Evil Geniuses. But here comes the first proper buy-up for ATK. Sure, you won't have the AWP, but you should have mostly AKs. And indeed they do. 4 AKs and the Galil along with a good chunk of utility.
Hex risks the upgrade, so maybe one SMG carry through. Let's see what Rush has. Yep, he's going to keep the MAC-10, so they're going to play with the one SMG.
Yeah.
There's plenty of money here for the CT side, so that allows the M4 upgrade while still having enough for a buy in the tank.
I like
Let's see what they got. Walco gets aggressive towards the underpass right off the rip. Junior wants to fight this. Smokes into Con to give him a little bit of a window to play with. Bodenmaster looking for the pick. Not going to find it just yet, but he has identified a bit of positioning.
Feels like Evil Geniuses.
Oh, go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, Mike, it feels like Evil Geniuses are carrying their momentum from that previous map onto here, right? You don't win it, but you got a lot of rounds in a row and made it tough for ATK at the end of Overpass and made that confidence get perhaps a little bit shaky.
Perhaps. I think ATK just happened to take the dub. Not have to make a tremendous comeback to do so. This is going to be headed into the stack site. There's 4 players here. Everybody's rolling in for ATK, and once the smoke fades in Con, they're going to explode. Timing that Molotov could actually press them forward. Sections up these players a little bit. DJ taking some licks, and Bowden can't find the first contact. Atk.can lethal George under pressure. Out of the palace goes Swish,
Whoa.
but they can't deal with Rush. This is such a strong position towards ramp. If they can't take him out, it's going to stall everything. Now the smoke is gone. The connector player seizing the day, and it's all on to Swisher. 1v3. This would be tremendous. 25 seconds. Both Walco the first test. They'll come double swinging. They put the op now on the angle. As soon as Swisher tries to make the move on down the nose, he has to deal with Rush first of all. He does that. 10 seconds. There's just no time. There's just no time. They'll face 7 seconds. 6. He's just going to save. He's out of there. Couldn't find the contact. Didn't feel comfortable with the plant. He's trying to keep his AK alive for the next.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Walco's right there on the steps, so if he tries to go and get that bomb planted, probably goes down. So he saves the gun as he can't see any bodies in front of him. 4-1 for Evil Geniuses, though, and at least Swisher makes it expensive for them. I think he had all 3 frags in that round. But, yeah, there's so much money for Evil Geniuses that it's not really going to be a problem. Yes, George goes below the 1K mark, but everyone else is 2K or above, not to mention Rush and Walco on 6K, so the economy is still extremely healthy for the EG side.
This is an eye-on ideal start for EG.
Yeah, it's considering you lose pistol and you get to this point, yeah.
Winning the second's always better. If you can do it. Riskier affair, but it is a nice one when you pull it off.
Those 5.7s, man.
Do be good. Do be good. Hex, maybe making a play in a sandwich. This is spicy. All right, and he gets 2 for his trouble. Immediate collapse onto the A play. That's where EG were hoping it was headed, and they were absolutely right.
That was over in an instant. It only took about 2 seconds for all those frags to come in, and yeah, they were absolutely set up for that exact play to come through from ATK. So an instant 5th down for the Evil Geniuses, and ATK, well, they're going to just let that one go by the wayside and say, whatever, just pistols. Here come the rifles, 4 AKs, and Bowden finally has the op in his hands, but not as good of a start for Bowden as it was over on Overpass. Oh, and stats.
Now, that's an entry.
Okay,
we'll talk about this a little later because Rek has just ripped ahead, hit it in towards mid. Junior trying to get one back, peering over that smoke. And he is going to be able to do exactly that. Bowden was even looking for that fight when we talked about it. The op-on-op duel is a tough one. Rek taking one more, but that's all she wrote for the top mid presence. Swisher's going to try and take advantage of the space to get out B, but Junior's now posted on the angle, and they even just need to send a man to recover the bomb. Swisher. Junior with a big missed opportunity, and Swisher's reading the setup. Had an idea. Does he face the catwalk player? He does indeed, and he gets that kill. Got a round on our hands, folks. Smoke to cover us, Junior. Another shot squeezed out to prove his position. DJ has to cross Con. That's the big ask. That's the big test. But Rush for now. It's not looking. The timing is perfect. The bomb's dropped. Swisher, he's recovered a smoke. He's recovered a smoke. This might be able to come back. Smoke the other way is a little too deep. Iz doesn't cover off the bomb. Oh my goodness, still pulls this off.
Are you kidding me?
He hasn't got the bomb. He hasn't got the bomb. Junior thinks he does, though. Now he's got it. He knows he's going to have a fight with Junior, most likely here.
Does
and
he go
actually,
back
this is a
A?
hell of a read to take it A if he does so.
I think he will.
Yeah, that's a hell of a read. You do not want to cross market without a smoke. He's even found another one.
He's got 3 in the round that he's thrown.
Swisher is doing this all. Bomb's going to be down. Junior doesn't know which way it's being planted. He thinks it's B. He's wrong. He's incorrect. He's realized it now, but he'll have to completely readjust. That gives Swisher the chance to slip off sight if he capitalizes. But he's scared. And admittedly, this might actually work out for him. Junior has no idea. With all this time, he could have gotten anywhere. There's going to be the kill! Swisher! Dragging it back from nothing.
That is just unbelievable individually from Swisher. He did that all by himself. Not to mention that previous round he had 3 frags. This time he gets the same number, but wow. I have to give a lot of credit to Rec, though. The fact that he gets a second frag before going down, that really helped out. And then Swisher's just dancing around the smoke, gets Rush, who didn't expect him to be in that position. And then afterwards, oh, what a read to go back to the A site and get that plant. Really good stuff from the Swish. He's going to help his team potentially get on a bit of a run here. MisteM going to get that Molotov frag onto Junior. And it's a 5v4 just like that. What a round for him to pull off. Fantastic work.
Smoke into the window here. Nade into the underpass. Shot. Chaser. Bit of a whiff Molotov.
Slightly. I mean, it does work if they try to jump out window, but I don't think that was where they wanted it.
All good. All good on this smoke fade. Walco. Whoa, finds contact. Pull it. And now losing Rush. He tried to take the space towards ramp. It's left to George. George. 2 big kills, but still the numbers go against him, and he's down for the count. So everything on to Hext. Do you want to attempt this? 2 players are low. It's within the realm of possibility. This HE. Little late. Actually, would have taken MisteM out of play. Desperation seeps in. He's just going to try and back away, having not gotten an easy opener back into this play. And that's going to be ATK clawing back a 3rd round.
Yeah. ATK, it's familiar territory for the mic, playing from behind, right? That first map was an aberration compared to the previous ones. Of course, they've played against the Evil Geniuses. This one's the more standard start. Evil Geniuses go off to 5-1, and then ATK get this crazy individual effort, this time from Swisher, in a 1v3. He pulls off the round, and that builds up the confidence for ATK coming into this next one, and they keep 3 players standing. Another nice little execute there, and a 3rd round picked up. Now Evil Geniuses, money's not looking that great. Hex did save the M4. Yeah, I mean, just that great Molotov traps Junior. Afterwards, George tries to recover, but MisteM is right there to get the trade after a couple of frags come through. So let's see if ATK can go on a little bit of a run here and make it a tied scoreline, as they've done many a time before here against EG.
That wouldn't even be that much of a comeback right now.
Not really, no. It's minor.
Just a good roll. A big round. Big round. Big moment. Big pause coming through. As I'm assuming this is Axed wanting to have his say. Indeed it is. Tommy Ryan in the server. Letting them know. Directing the troops. You know, I just realized that the 2 coaches in this game are named Axed and Spray.
Yeah.
Reminded me of a middle school locker room.
Why is that?
Axe body spray.
Oh, Axe.
Boom. Took you
I didn't even think about it. Yeah. I didn't even think about it.
There you go. That's the smell of 8th grade gym class right there.
It's so true.
Aggressive posturing in towards mid. Junior's got all these sight lines, right? There's no utility on it just yet. ATK were expecting something off of the pause, so their spread default to wait for aggression. Not finding it. Who's going to make the first move? Bowden had a phenomenal overpass. Hasn't had so much luck here on Mirage. Let's see. Seems like it's going to be crunching towards mid, so Junior's position could be a bit of a risk, but look at how much support he has. George watching his underpass angle, support on catwalk, a second player close at hand in towards connector. This is going to be the fight that determines the round.
Junior.
It's actually wild to think that a walkout ramp would actually be completely uncovered in this moment. Here comes the play. Here comes the explode. Junior hits first. That's exactly how the setup is supposed to go, and now there's a whole lot more to reinforce. That peak plays into Bodenmaster's hands. He cracks his goose egg. So mids exchange 1-for-1 for the moment. Something ATK are going to be pretty content with.
George had the advantage there too. Bowden was flashed out, but of course, on the shot. Now Rush pushes up. He gets evenly traded out, which again could be the ATK's advantage, but no, Walco comes through at the perfect moment. It gets two. DJ has found a path to the A site, but he does not have the bomb, and only 20 seconds left on the clock.
Rough on the timing. That HE is perfect. Just won't probably matter. 10 seconds. They just have to not give him a fight, and he knows it. So, time to save. Unfortunate there wasn't a little more time for DJ to attempt that clutch, but EG are going to be very happy with it. The mid setup worked beautifully. Pretty much how they drew it up. Obviously, you'd rather win that peak from Con, but you got a Famoose. Good luck with that.
Yeah, just a good opener, and then Walco, like you mentioned, a really good setup for them towards mid, and he hits both shots. Bowden, yeah, maybe a little labor there because of the ping, and, well, he goes down for the count with the big green. 6-3 for EG, who have doubled up on the scoreline of ATK. But ATK is still going to have a buy-up coming into this round. 3 AKs, the Galil, and the MAC-10, as MisteM is going to immediately try to take this space up towards mid. They timed it perfectly with the smoke blooming in window as soon as MisteM came around that corner. So they've got that control. Junior hits the leg of Bowden. And he's only down, I shouldn't say only, he's down to 19 HP, but he's still alive and kicking.
Maybe not with that leg, though.
Yes. Limping along.
What's the play here? They still seem to be pretty intent on B. And look, Junior's shifting off. They haven't seen anything. They're showing contact in towards mid. Now that drags the op away. There's an opportunity here. There's a moment. It's just hexed on the site. Oh, here comes the util. Here comes the exact hex. What you got for us? They're not peeking in. Playing under window. Again, he's going to take away two. So the last position, he had a lot of success and still finally dropped. There might still be a chance into this round. It's a slim advantage for EG. They pressed in and Swisher gets caught, attempting to lurk. Big kill on George.
DJ.
Junior's going to have to take a bit of a setback and play into the retake. They've got the advantage here. The bomb's now down. That found at least for ATK. And that means DJ and MisteM get a chance to bring this one back.
That smoke's going to help a lot towards bench because it really isolates MisteM and opens up the space for EG to get on here. But MisteM could use his advantage as well. They do spot a player towards Cat, and they'll have to isolate him. They can't. DJ gets one. He is all by his lonesome now, trying to defend the bomb plant, and he can't. Rush gets the 2K, and EG will win another. 7th picked up, but at least ATK making it close, and they do get that bomb plant to help keep their economy healthy.
Spacing on that retake's really nice.
Yes.
EG always setting up a situation where they're going to be able to fight together. They're grouping, right? Junior not overcommitting into that play. Allows them to play together, but it's this under window position
they
that's
got to clear it.
Thwarted them twice. There's a lot of spots for that initial jump out that you got to be wary of, and Hexed capitalizing. We've talked about how dangerous he's been since his addition into this roster, and looking good. Here's the Berry Anchor.
Looking to see a little more from George, who's been much slower out of the gate. Didn't really show that much on overpass. And here, yes, he had a couple of nice frags a few rounds ago. Didn't really yield a round victory at the time. But they need him.
That they do.
I know I'm saying that with a 7-3 lead, but still. I'm thinking the long game here, Mike.
It's all about activation. It's all about the strategery. It's all about countering your strikes. I mean, if this turning this into an A take, it's not a bad one. Rush is pretty isolated. been up to the task so far. Chuck top mid. Now they're adjusting back in. Players coming through, but smokes up. They can't really do a whole lot to support other than chuck utility and try and set up Rush off of this. He gets adventurous. Swisher catches George holding, but he's dropped with no damage in. And the bodies are being swept away from the server.
Oh,
Junior thinked up. He's going to back away. This is likely a save. The bomb, it's down. This round, over.
I mentioned Junior's impact. George's impact. He needs to have it there, and he just splits the difference. Can't choose a target, and goes down without getting a single frag. If he gets one there, just one, it makes it a lot better for Evil Geniuses trying to come back in. Maybe Junior doesn't take as much damage, and maybe he gets a frag, so he opens up a little bit more space for his teammates to come in. But nothing doing, and it's going to be a 4th round for Atk. At least Junior and Hex get away with their guns, which will make the buy-up a little better in that following round, but the loss bonus is very limited. Alrighty, round number 12. Atk, the ever-resilient squad, refuse to say die and continue to make life difficult for the Evil Geniuses here. Even though EG do have the lead, it feels like Atk are trying to wrestle that momentum out of their hands. EG go for the buy-up here around the AWP. It's going to be a couple of MP9s, the Deagle, and the 2 saved rifles.
Where's the op playing? Deep into apps. Trying to be a little unpredictable is Junior. Looking for that first contact with the AWP. It's a position he's played, I think, 1 round, but they didn't see him there, so unrevealed as of yet, but this seems to be a bit of an A-split. He's still sailing over, baiting the response. Everybody's here. Could just be a roll-up catwalk in the meantime, especially as they're seeing a flurry of activity back the other way. Looks like it still wants to finish A, so Atk rolling into the numbers here. Here's the activation. Flashbang doesn't hit. Not the way they were hoping, but they don't expect second player on the Falcon. Now it's the crunch and the headshots. They're coming in hot and heavy. The realization has to be on. They know there's 3 players here, but they're going to deal with the players in front of them rather than the unknown. It's all on to DJ. He still got the bomb. But did George hear him drop down? I believe he did. Junior nearly taken out of play. That would have been a massive chance. DJ knows he can stick around. He's dancing with death every moment, and Junior will deliver it to him. A force spy brought through. The Evil Geniuses, at a minimum, are winning this half.
Winning that round, though, by a hair. Oh my goodness. Junior almost went down the first time he faced off the 2A1Ss. And Util's not looking too bad either, but still not as good as they'd like. And Swisher over the top of that smoke spots out Rush, who can't even shoot back. And he's immediately hightailing it over to B. Needs to be careful. There's a pretty strong setup from Evil Geniuses. Let's see if that Util comes out. Walco gets one, but Swisher and DJ get a couple right on back. And there goes Junior. His face hits the pavement. And George is the last one, isolated and alone towards A, and nothing to do but save.
Oh, and this is going to be the problem with that last round. Only living with 1, right? Yeah, it's the force buy, but still, that economy. It's drained. It's empty. There's nothing to put around this. They might just opt to go back to the well of the forces and see what they can put around this 1 saved rifle, but this is blown wide open, John. These last 2 rounds are going to get spicy.
That was just such good pacing from Atk, right? They really mixed things up and just did not take their foot off the gas pedal. Once Swisher gets that open towards connector, like, no, we've played it slow a few times before. Let's go fast and try to get the advantage. And it worked. I mean, just great job. I don't think the utility was that important. They just won the face head-on fights.
So we got a scout, a P250, a Deagle. What's Rush rocking? All right, I'm going to tell you why they're not winning this round. No 5.7s, John. They're behind on the times.
I agree.
They don't know the meta.
They do, though. They usually use it.
I don't know the meta in this round. That's a nice flashbang. Bowden. Where does that flash come from? B site?
I think from... Where is Hex?
Yeah, it's got to be B site.
B.
Well, he's dead. It should be fine, provided they bring the bomb over here. It's not really going to matter, but it's still a spicy way to start. And, yeah, this is getting planted. Do they want to fully commit into this retake? Gonna be a tough one. Limited buy in the next, regardless of what happens here. Gonna give it a look.
George just
Timing
throws
on
the
that
flash,
smoke.
see what you can do here.
That's beautiful. If they flash back out for DJ to peek, he's gonna have everything on this cat fight. And now that they've taken apps, yeah, no interest. No interest for EG. Yeah, it's not much to save, but the one rifle is huge. The scout gives them something. It's gonna be bits and bobs and pennies. So they sent Walco to see if he couldn't snake that op away, and the answer is no. No, he cannot.
No, it was being guarded by Swisher, who came to do precisely what he achieved. That's going to be that. 6th round picked up from ATK. I think the last time we were here was either 9-6 or 8-7. All I know is there wasn't double digits found from either team.
Hold on. I'll check.
And it was...
In the way
I'm
back
pretty
machine.
sure. I think it was only 10-5 on Vertigo. Come on, Mike. Testing my memory here.
I'm checking. 7 rounds for ATK. It was actually the
Boom.
exact same half split.
There we go. Well, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Provided they close this. But we'll see. That's a big provided. 2 players in underpass. Molly comes in, but it's a little late. Can MisteM catch either of them? Junior can. He's down for the count, but an advantage, at least for the moment. George under pressure. They've taken this site. Bomb's going down. Tried to leak the script, but the script might be shifting. I missed the rewrite. I missed the edit. It's a 3-on-3 in the post plant with a bomb ticking away and no kit. This is a tough one. Very tricky ask. George, this smoke, this flashbang, it's going to be everything. Traded out 1 for 1. Probably not enough here. Next, will pick up his comrade's rifle and try and carry it forward. The Molotov to make Swisher uncomfortable. He's down, but time is everything. They just don't have the clock for this. Bowden is content to play the ticker. Play the defuse, and he catches the kill. The kit can't make its way over. There's not enough time. Hex, he tried, but this bomb's going off, and we're going to their half with a 1-round difference between these 2 teams.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
you. Sick of all the same dudes running up. Follow you around, hope you fall in love. But they don't see you like I do, yeah. All your friends, they see it too. That I'm the one who looks you in the eye. Speaking like I mean it, what's inside, know these others try and play the part. But I'm the one who made it to your heart. Yeah, I show up on time, I know you need that love. Tell you everything that you don't hear enough. I fly you out to bed.
And we're back in here, folks. One round, all that separates these two teams, but it was much the same the last time they met, and somehow EG pulled it off. They'll have to do it again. What do they got for us, John? B-pop.
Well, looks like a B-pop. It's going to come through here. Got a couple of flashes, in fact 3 to be precise. Rek wants to get ahead of it. Excuse me, it's DJ who actually gets the opening frag, even though Rek was right by his side. Then he gets the second as well. DJ, I don't know what he ate for breakfast today, but he is looking mighty fine here for ATK. He's got a 5v3 given to his team and forcing Evil Geniuses back.
They've been lethal in pistol rounds today. Both won on overpass. They did win the pistol in the first half, got immediately reset, but they did win the pistol. Now let's see if they can close out and make it 4 of 4. Makes life a little easier when you just start with a bit of a bonus into the half. All right, Walco, good bit of positioning. Dink onto Swisher, couldn't finish it though. And this is going to put the A players under threat. MisteM's playing Firebox. Is this going to get cheeky? Is this going to... I think this is going to get cheeky. They're going to clear MisteM? There's no way they think he's still here this late into the round, and Bowden just jumped for it. All right, MisteM, time to activate. They have no idea. Not a clue. First player down. Now they realize they're pinched. They're under threat. Position that was looking very secure is
Walco's got the flank
now. Gets retrieved. MisteM's deleted. Never mind. All right, it swings on a moment, and that's going to be a pistol round finally picked up for the Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that's a really nice play from Walco to circle around and get back in towards CT spawn. Once he gets that flank frag, it makes it a little easier to isolate that one player who kept trying to give him trouble, of course. That's MisteM over at Firebox, who gets 1, but only 1. It would have been nice to see him activate a little sooner. I'm not sure what Bowden was doing, jumping into the air from CT there, maybe trying to really convince them that no one's left on the A site. I don't know. It would have probably been better from just wait, maybe have a subtle peek around the corner. Instead, he just full sends it, jumping into the air, and goes down for the count. And that's when EG really turned on the Jets to take that round. ATK now full on save. Only a Deagle bought up in this round. And as a result, they're heavily leaning towards the A site. The only presence towards B is Bowden at Cat. And it looks like Evil Geniuses want to get a face, or first face there. And that's Hext taking the lead, as he typically does. Oh no, actually, he's going into underpass now. They're not going to go B. Okay, so maybe walking into the stack.
Doesn't seem like it, though.
Ah, yeah.
Catwalk the read.
Right decision.
All good. Vacant site. Easy. Breezy. Cover girl. John?
Yes. Wow.
That's still...
I don't know, but it was at one point when I was a kid. If you're really going back there, Mike. George is going to get a couple of freebies here. And that's a 5v2. This round is over. Evil Genius is going to take a 10th. And looking as good on their T side as they did last time up against ATK here on Mirage. Still early times here in this second half, though. Mike, ATK haven't had their first buy-up. That will come in the following round. And Rex says, you know what? I didn't buy anything into this round. I'm going to try and get a frag. And he's not going to succeed in that attempt. Walco immediately deletes him.
Walco's been on one.
Yeah, Walco's great.
Great couple of maps.
I mean,
a strong run here. He was a big contender for them over on overpass again. EG.Walco and Junior locking down that A site, right? Finding a lot of damage round after round after round.
Yeah.
Didn't result in the win, but it's always good to see the IGL popping off.
I mean, yeah, speaking of fragging IGLs, right? You said MisteM is a really good example of that. I think Walco, too. He's really stepped up his game. I'd say like 2 years ago, you might look and say, oh, he's not really doing much, but he really made a focus for himself to improve his fragging ability, and it shows. You know, he practiced a lot to get up to this point. Even on overpass, right? When they lost, he still got 20 frags, which is second place in the team. So right here, he's leading the squad.
Oh, he wants to
Oh,
temper Walco in this one. That's a ton of damage early on. Nearly got that kill. Go back away, but denies so much mid control and aggression. Rec finds the first. He's a little isolated here. Needs some support, but they're really poor in the pacing on this strike. So 2 kills found and a player stuck with the bomb as well. Junior drops a smoke just to try and get out of here. If DJ's nade gets over, he's dead. But George is going to stall out DJ a little bit towards mid, and that'll actually draw off the Wolves. They have to worry about their flank. They have to worry about George. But Bowden doesn't have to worry about any of that. Where do they think these players are? What is DJ playing for?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Why is he leaving underpass open? They know George is there.
They seem to have gotten a little bit confused about where this last player was. But it'll be all good. Bowden's here in time. Bowden's just going to take a 3-piece in the round. Why not?
All right. Back.
So there must have been a little bit of a miscommunication, right?
Yes.
Because they knew that Junior was stuck under Balk, but Bowden must have thought that the player he killed was somehow Junior who had gotten out and gotten caught. Because they knew the player was underpass. Maybe they thought the underpass player actually
was going to rotate back.
They thought the underpass player had gone all the way back around and maybe top mid. That's the read. That's the only read that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. No, I do agree. I was going to say, like, maybe he figured, oh, George walked all the way back and he's going to try and get a flank going. But, yeah, I would have preferred DJ watch underpass there because of the presence they already knew was there on the A site. Anyway, it works out for ATK. And now, well, they're still going to have to face off against a pretty decent buy-up on the EG side. Junior's got the op. You got 2 Galils and 2 AKs. Not too shabby. Oh, Junior missing one there. MisteM showing himself for but a moment. It was enough for Junior to maybe hit that shot, but now the information has been gained, and that can be relayed to the rest of ATK.
George. Linking up with the team.
Oh, MisteM. Does he have trigger this one?
Cheeky.
Oh, okay.
Now they've got such an issue if they want to go towards B, right? They're going to have to waste a lot of time clearing out MisteM. It's the mid-fight. Swisher's posted. MisteM's even coming up to deal with this one. 50 seconds. Time's going to be an issue if they eventually get towards the site. You just have to spend so much time here in the courtyard clearing this out. Rush knows MisteM could be underpass. But if he swings MisteM, there's going to be 3 other players who swing. And yeah, it's a pick your poison. That is a triangle of death. Now as they head towards B, DJ's got plenty of time. Swisher rotating in to support him. DJ really just needs to guarantee 1 here. Doesn't have it yet on the first phase. Timing's awkward, but Swisher's got it, and he's avoided giving up the kill, so Junior's stuck.
He's saving.
He's in the kitchen. Man, he's cooking nothing in this round.
No. He's got to save the AWP. That's his mission right now. Oh, I don't think he's going to be able to. Look at ATK. They're like wolves. They smell the blood. Trying to go for that kill, and they got it. Bowden taking Junior down, and that will be that 9th round picked up for ATK. They're 1 round away from tying this one up, and it'll probably happen because EG don't have enough money to go for a buy here. Probably maybe a P250, 1 or 2 purchased up, but it could just be full-on Glocks here. And it will be the Glock. So train, but no, they're splitting up a little bit here. ATK.
More like a Glock highway, right? They're all sectioned in their own little cars. It's much less efficient than the Glock train.
Yes.
Support high-speed rail, folks. Please. Please.
Yes, definitely.
Just want efficient computer rail. 2 kills for Swisher. This one's looking clean. Wasn't much in doubt. And indeed, much like commuter rail, it's going to be fast, it's going to be efficient, it's going to be very safe for ATK.
Indeed. Easy round for them there.
He's out here shilling right now for mass transit.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good thing to have. It's super important.
Yep.
ATK pulling this one back, Mike. Evil Geniuses did have that lead built up to 10-7, but ATK won 3 in a row, and now Evil Geniuses are going to try and get their lead back. Yeah,
hey,
they got so much space.
Swisher's rotating back in, but this is a little late. The run boost somehow gets caught by Bowden on 120 ping. He hits a run boosted player, and Swisher coming back through, it realizes that a player's gotten out, realizes they gained so much space. I think Rush was even spotted here. Utility's starting to sail over. He's making him a couple Molotovs to force him back. He says, no, you get right back in ramp. Stuffs him in, gets the plunger out, and now MisteM on the flank. He's looking to flush. Swisher, he set this up. He's contained them. He's boxed them right back in and missed him. Now that's the punch coming through. Molotov, he knows George is stuck. The only thing that can happen here is Junior bailing them out, but in the meantime, George makes the first move. Well, Junior might find this. Oh, MisteM flies to it. He'll get all three. Perfectly playing that flank. ATK slide right into the lead.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff for MisteM. Realizing every possible position that the ATK squad could have, excuse me, the EG squad could have been. And he does all of the damage. But it wouldn't be possible without Swisher slipping onto that A site, didn't get spotted by Hex, ends up getting the frag and also the information onto Rush. Because if Rush is able to push out there, maybe find the trade onto Swisher, then it's a different story into the round. But then they spot him and toss a ton of utility in his direction. And after that, the reinforcements were coming for EG. The problem was they didn't have the A site that they thought they were going to get with Hex along with Rush were. Here we go, though. It's going to be an instant trade onto this A site. MisteM gets one. George of response. And now a chance for a plant for EG as the smokes go down.
That's real cautious from Rex. He's trying to give himself a one-way here. It works. It drops the bomb as well. All right. There's another gap available in these smokes, and once they fade, this could get very risky. You need Hex to pull something off here. Bowden catches that, and the second as well. Why not? All onto Junior, who will find one, but the trade is instant, and the money can more than weather two casualties here. ATK are beautifully positioned out for the rest of this half. They've got cash flowing, they've got a 2-round lead, and the onus is on EG to ramp back up the pressure.
Yeah, and the important part here for ATK as well is they've matched their round total already from their previous engagement against EG here, which was 12, and they only got to that 12 previously when they were already behind the 8 ball and really struggling to get back into the match. Now, they've got a lead, 2 rounds in fact, and EG, they're on a bye here, and yes, the loss bonus is 3,400, but should they lose this round, it's going to become even tougher to get back into this one. And the first frag goes Bowden's way. Excellent
ping
movement.
who?
George is gone indeed. The ping, irrelevant.
Man's had 2 kills, I think, in the first half.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3.
The CT side has gotten him healthy. It has perked him right back up. Bolstered. And that's what they need. I mean, he was popping on overpass in a way that, frankly, we didn't expect based on what we've seen from him in the playoffs so far. Yeah. So, getting Bowden hitting, that's the antidote for ATK.
And DJ hitting too, Mike.
Everything hitting. Everything's hitting. Rex maybe taking a bit of a backseat, but yeah, it's okay. That's okay. He's been fine since the half switch. Capable, and right now, it seems like EG are getting drawn like a moth to the flame towards the most reinforced site on the map right now. Junior's just revealed it too. That's information gained. Rarely is he the lurker away from the pack. They know this hit's coming through. They're going to reinforce. You can see Rex slides under the underpass. Not the underpass, the balk. The underbalk. Under something. Whatever it is. Molotov will force him out, but Rex still hits his shot into the firebox. It's all falling apart. Rush has to make a hero play, and he's not got it. Not now. Not here. Not today.
Oh my goodness, just a perfect setup for ATK. Evil Geniuses were trying to go out. You saw it, 30-second mark, throwing their flashes, but then a perfect usage of utility on the other end from ATK. A smoke blooms right in front of them, and they're like, oh, what do we do? We got to go through. We don't have time, so they force their way through. The thing is, it's ideal for ATK because they got all their crosshairs lined up for Tetris and T-Ramp, and they unload on EG. So there you have it. The important round EG needed, they don't get. 13-10. Only pistols now for EG as they're on an eco round. Maybe they can make some magic happen. They're hoping that a push is going to come in towards top mid so they can get one player. But MisteM's playing it cautiously here. He doesn't want to give EG anything for free. Yeah, they're eventually going to have to back off of that, and they do, regrouping towards the B apartments.
You see this methodical EGT sides.
Yeah.
MisteM's got to be a little wary. They are going to try and catch him here. The underpass peak. Did he see it? They did, certainly. He's got one. Might get caught. This is a little rough. Swisher to try and provide him a little overwatch, and he knows he can't full cross away, so he's going to stick around and take a second. A nice response from MisteM. But still,
Look at that
a little bit of
nade.
an opportunity. That's a very well-timed nade. Cuts off the underpass play. Timing is great here for Rek, and Junior is just left top mid waiting for his team, waiting for an opportunity that will never come.
Wow.
2 rounds away from ATK in the grand finals of this season of the ESL Challenger League. Sick, exhausted in Sweden. It's not going to stop them. They want that championship opportunity.
Unbelievable, and especially because they got really humbled by MIBR right a couple of days ago. Inferno losing 10-16, then Vertigo 3-16. It was not good, and just had to swallow their pride there in that one and say, look, it didn't happen this time, but let's get ready for the EG rematch, which we did pretty well against them the first time. It's short. Bowden gets the opener. Rush takes down MisteM, who's a little too aggressive indeed, going in towards that T ramp.
Still, damage on to Rush. It's theoretically an advantage for EG. They've got this mid control, which is huge. Is Rek pushing into Palace? Oh, he is. He's going to find it free and clear. This is going to be a hugely valuable position if he wins this duel with Rush, which he will do. Oh. Not a bullet taken in turn. Now, if they want to take A, it's going to cost them a heavy penalty. Interesting that Rek's given up that position. Knew he might get hunted. Knew he might get pinched and isolated. He wants to play towards the site and keep him guessing and fully spread out. Yeah. It looks like EG just want to bring back a pick.
I think it's important for him to fall back, right? Because if he doesn't, then there's a lot of pressure on Swisher. Swisher won't have any information if someone comes from the ramp. And yeah, it's better to fall back here for Rek. I think he makes the right play, Mike.
A huge off angle. He's playing on top of Firebox.
Yeah.
Smoke in, 40 seconds. They've got to group and hit something.
I don't know if they want to because the money's so bad. Although you have the full loss bonus.
We'll have the full loss bonus, and time is becoming an issue, right? In a 3v4, I don't think you can give up this kind of an opportunity, this kind of shot at a round. But do they expect DJ to be up on the balk here?
23 seconds,
to play
Mike.
off of 20 seconds. DJ can just shut this all down. If he gets a flash for this peak, Bowden takes first contact. DJ just needs to go, and he'll have it. He'll catch the bomb here if he goes through. And there it is. Bomb down, 10 seconds. No chance for George. Has to just try and force a plant. And he knows it's a thing of pure desperation. But try as he might, rage as he may, he can do nothing to prevent the coming of series point.
EG are just taking way too long to go for their executes. Twice now in a row, they've gone below the 25-second mark, and the result is, well, as you see, they cannot get the shots to connect, and just no time to really clear out the angles the way they would like. 5 opportunities for ATK to close it out, sure. I mean, EG did fend off 8 opportunities for ATK in that first map, but the way this one's trending, I don't know. Here we go. Hex gets the opener onto Rek. And now Walco drops MisteM 5v3 just like that. Bowden is going to get one response, and they still haven't got the bomb to the site. The bomb is down! The bomb is down towards mid!
It's all falling apart. This reminiscent of Overpass, a round where they have every advantage to start, and they just can't close. George alone. The play of all plays needed to keep them alive in this game, and his spot known. The shot on DJ puts this to bed. ATK get a rematch. They overcame this one. Now they get a chance to do the same to MIBR. They took it in 2 this time. That rest day, it was good for them. They got to settle in. They got to relax. They got to kick back. And now